Questions 1. Solve the following quadratic equations by using completing the square method. Give your answer in 3 decimal places. Before you start, make sure the quadratic equation is written in general form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, and the a is equal to positive 1. So look at questions A. X squared plus 4x minus 9 equal to 0. So this equation is written in general form and the a is equal to 1. Therefore, we can start solving these questions. So first, we're going to move this c to the other side. Come a positive 9. Next, we're going to add in a number here, so that the equations on the left here representing the area of a square. Here you have a b of a positive 4. So you're going to divide the b with 2. So when number 4 divided by 2, you're going to have a number 2. Then square this number. Then this part will represent the area of a square. On your right hand side, you need to plus 2 square as well, so that these equations will be kept balanced. Next, I can factorize this part as this is the area of a square. Now, noted here, this is a plus 2. Just copy this part down into the bracket, plus 2, and put a square here. Therefore, you already factorize it. This one is 9 plus 2 square, which is 13. Next, you have to move this square to the other side. It will become plus minus square root of 13. So x is equal to negative 2 plus minus square root of 13. So we have two values of x. One of it is negative 2 plus square root of 13. Or the other one is negative 2 minus square root of 13. Solve this using your calculator. It will give you the answer of 1.606 or negative 5.606. Questions B. X squared minus 3x minus 5 equal to 0. So this equation is written in general form and the a is equal to 1. Therefore, we can start solving this by moving the c to the other side. X squared minus 3x equal to 5. Next, we're going to add in a number here. So for this part, this will equal to the area of a square. So here your value of b is a negative 3. Divide this with 2. Therefore, you're going to have negative 3 over 2. And put a square for this number. So this is the area of a square. So you need to add negative 3 over 2 square on your right hand side to keep these equations balanced. Next, you can start factorize for this part on the left hand side. So it will be x. Now here you have negative 3 over 2. Just copy this down and put a square. Therefore, you already factorize it. So for this part, if you solve it, you have 29 over 4. Next, move this square to the other side. It will be plus minus square root of 29 over 4. So x is equal to 3 over 2 plus minus 29 over 4. So we have two values of x. One of it is 3 over 2 plus square root 29 over 4. Or the other one is 3 over 2 minus square root 29 over 4. So solve these two using the calculator. It will give you the answer of 4.193 or negative 1.193. Question C. Negative x squared minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. So this equation is written in general form, but the a is a negative 1. Therefore, we are going to divide each of the terms here with negative 1, so that the a of the x squared will become a positive 1. So here you're going to have x squared plus 6x minus 9 equal to 0. Then we can start solving this using completing the square method. So first, move this c to the other side. Next, we're going to find a number to add in here so that this part will represent the area of a square. So in this case, your b is a plus 6. Divide it by 2. It will give you the answer of 3. Then square it. So on your right hand side, you need to add in 3 square as well, so that these equations will be kept balanced. Next, factorize this part. Noted here, this is a plus 3. So just copy this part down here and square. So this is the answer. This will give you the answer of 18. Next, move the square to the other side. It will be plus minus square root of 18. So x is equal to negative 3 plus minus square root of 18. So you have two answers of x. One is negative 3 plus square root of 18, or the other one is negative 3 minus square root of 18. Solve this using your calculator. The answer is 1.243, or the other one is negative 7.243. Question D. 2x squared minus 6x plus 3 equal to 0. So this equation has been written in general form, but the a is not equal to 1. Therefore, we are going to divide all of the terms here with number 2. Therefore, for the D, the equations later on will be x squared minus 3x plus 3 over 2 equal to 0. Next, we can move the c here to the other side. Then, next, we're going to add in a number here so that the left hand side, the equations will be equal to the area of a square. So the b is a negative 3. So divide this negative 3 with 2. Then you're going to get negative 3 over 2 and put a square here, equal to negative 3 over 2. And then you also need to plus negative 3 over 2 square on the right hand side to keep these equations balanced. Next, for this part, this is the area of the square, then we can factorize it. Noted here, this one is a negative 3 over 2, so just copy this down and put a square here. And for this part, you can just solve it using your calculator. It will give you the answer of 3 over 4. Next, move the square to the other side. It will be plus minus square root of 3 over 4. So x equal to, so move this to the other side, 3 over 2 plus minus square root 3 over 4. So we have two values of x. One is 3 over 2 plus square root 3 over 4, or the other one is 3 over 2 minus square root 3 over 4. Solve this using your calculator, you will get the answer of 2.366 or 0.634. Questions D. Questions E. So 4x squared minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0. So this equation has been written in general form, but the a is not equal to 1. Therefore, we're going to divide this out of the term with number 4. So for the e, next you're going to have x squared minus 2x plus 1 over 4 equal to 0. Next, move the c to the other side. Then we're going to find a number here so that this part will equal to the area of a square. So the b here is a negative 2. Divide negative 2 by 2. Then you're going to get negative 1. Then square it. So on your right hand side, you need to plus negative 1 square as well to keep its balance. Next, factorize this. So here you have a negative 1. So just copy down the negative 1 here. Put a square. This part, solve it using your calculator. It will give you the answer of 3 over 4. Next, move the square to the other side. It will be plus minus square root of 3 over 4. So x is equal to, move this negative 1 to the other side, 1 plus minus square root 3 over 4. So the value of x, one of it is 1 plus square root 3 over 4, or the other one, 1 minus square root 3 over 4. Solve this using your calculator, you're going to get 1.866 or 0.134. Questions F. So negative 2x squared plus 7x plus 6 equal to 0. So this has been written in general form, but the a is not a 1, it is a negative 2. Therefore, we're going to divide all of the terms here with negative 2. So for the f, later on you're going to have x squared minus 7 over 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Next, we're going to move the c to the other side. So x squared minus 7 over 2x equal to 3. So next, we're going to find a number to put in here so that this will be equal to the area of a square. So your b now is negative 7 over 2. So when you divide it by 2, then you're going to get negative 7 over 4. Then square it. So on your right hand side, you also need to plus negative 7 over 4 square. Next, factorize this part. So here you have a negative 7 over 4. So just copy this down. So x minus 7 over 4 and put a square here. So for this part, solve it using your calculator. You will get the answer of 97 over 16. Next, move the square to the other side. So it will be plus minus square root 97 over 16. So x is equal to, later on you're going to move this negative 7 over 4 to the other side. So positive 7 over 4 plus minus square root 97 over 16. So the value of x is 7 over 4 plus 97 over 16 or 7 over 4 minus 97 over 16. Solve this using your calculator, you get the answer 4.212 or the other one is negative 0.712. Question number 2. Solve the following quadratic equations by formula. Give your answers in 3 decimal places. So this is the formula for you to find the x for the quadratic equations. So first, make sure the quadratic equation is written in general forms. Then determine the value of a, b, c. Then you're going to substitute it into the formula given. So start with questions A. So the equation is x squared minus 4x minus 7 equal to 0. Therefore, the a is equal to 1. the B is equal to -4 and C is equal to -7. So substitute it into the formula. So negative B is negative bracket -4 plus minus square root. So B square is -4 square minus 4. The A is 1, the C is -7. So square root this part. Then it's going to be divided by 2A. So A is 1. Next, this one gives you the answer of 4. Solve this using your calculator. The answer is 44 divided by 2. So the value of x, one of it is 4 plus square root 44 divided by 2. Or the other one is 4 minus square root 44 divided by 2. So solve this using your calculator. It will give you the answer of 5.317 or -1.317. For questions B, so 2x squared plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0 in general form. So the A is equal to 2, the B is equal to 2 as well, C is equal to -1. So substitute this into the equation, into the formula. So negative, the B is just 2 plus minus square root. So B square is 2 square minus 4, the A is 2, the C is -1. So square root it over 2A. Next, you want to have -2 plus minus. So for the square root part, after you solve it, you have the answer of 12 divided by 4. So you have two values of x. One of it is -2 plus square root of 12 divided by 4. Or the other one is -2 minus square root 12 divided by 4. Solve this using your calculator. You will have the answer of 0.366, or the other one is -1.366. Questions C. So 3x squared minus 8x plus 1 equal to 0. This one also in general form. So the A is equal to 3, the B is equal to -8, and C is equal to +1. So substitute this into the formula. So negative, the B is a -8 plus minus square root. So B square is -8 square minus 4. A is 3, C is 1. So square root this part over 2A, which is 2 times 3. So here you're going to have a +8 plus minus. So for the square root part, after you solve it, you're going to have 52 divided by 6. So you have two values of x. One of it is x plus square root 52 divided by 6. Or the other one is at minus square root 52 divided by 6. Solve this using your calculator. The answer is 2.535, or the other one is 0.131. Questions D. 4x squared minus 3x minus 2 equal to 0. So this quadratic equations has been written in general form, so we can solve this straight away. So here the A is equal to 4, the B equal to -3, and C is equal to -2. So just substitute this into the formula. So x is equal to negative, B is -3, plus minus square root, the B square is -3 square minus 4, the A is 4, the C is -2. So square root this part and divide by 2A. So here is going to be a +3 plus minus. So the square root part, you're going to have the answer of 41 here over 8. So the value of x, one of it is 3 plus square root of 41 divided by 8. Or the other one will be 3 minus square root 41 divided by 8. Solve these two using the calculator, you will have the answer of 1.1 0.75, or the other one is negative 0.425. Now move to questions E. So bracket x minus 1, another one is x minus 3 equal to 5. So this one is not in general form. So first we need to expand this part. So after expand it, you're going to have x squared minus 3x minus x plus 3 equal to 5. So written all this in general form. X squared, so this part negative 3x minus x is minus 4x. So plus 3 minus 5 equal to 0. So we can solve for the number here. So this one is minus 2 equal to 0. Then you're going to have it in general form. So in this case, the A is equal to 1, the B equal to negative 4, and C equal to negative 2. Now replace it into the formula. So x equal to negative, B is negative 4 plus minus square root, B square is negative 4 square minus 4AC over 2A. So here you want to have a positive 4 plus minus. So the square root part is 24 over 2. So the value of x, one of it is 4 plus square root of 24 divided by 2. And the other one is 4 minus square root 24 divided by 2. Solve it using calculator, you're going to have the answer of 4.449, or the other one is negative 0.449. Question C. Questions F. So bracket 2x minus 3 squared equal to 6. So this is the same as 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3 equal to 6. So first expand this. So you're going to have 4x squared minus 6x minus 6x plus 9 minus 6 equal to 0. So we're going to solve for the like term. So this one will give you the answer of negative 12x plus 9 minus 6 is plus 3 equal to 0. So now you already have the equations in general form. So A is equal to 4, B is equal to negative 12, and C is equal to positive 3. So substitute this into the formula. So negative B bracket negative 12 plus minus B square is negative 12 square minus 4, the A is 4, C is 3 over 2A. So here is going to be a positive 12 plus minus. So the square root part, the answer is 96 over 8. So the value of x, one of it is 12 plus square root 96 over 8. Or the other one is 12 minus square root 96 over 8. So solve it using your calculator. You're going to have the answer of 2.725. Or the other one is 0.275. 3a. The length of the diagonal of a rectangle is 10 cm. If the length is 2 cm longer than its width, so the question is asking you to find the length and the width of the rectangle. So I have a diagram of a rectangle here. So the red line here represents the diagonals of the rectangle, which has the measurements of 10 cm. This will be the length, and this is going to be the width. Let's say we represent the width with the letter x. Then for the length, which is 2 cm longer, it will be x plus 2. Now this is a rectangle, so here is going to be a 90 degree. So we're going to look at the right angle triangle that we have here. So we can solve this using the Pythagoras theorem. So in Pythagoras theorem is that a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. The c is referred to the hypotenuse, in this case which is the diagonal. Therefore the width is the a and the length is the b. So a squared plus b squared equal to c squared. When we represent it using the x and the x plus 2, is going to be x squared plus the b squared x plus 2 squared equal to 10 squared. So expand this part, you're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 100. So next, we're going to solve for the like term, and we're going to move this 100 to the left to create the general form of a quadratic equation. So x squared plus x squared is 2x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 100 equal to 0. 4 minus 100 is minus 96 equal to 0. So we already have the quadratic equations in general form. Later on, you can solve this using factorizations, completing the square, or by formula. So let's say in this case, I chose to solve it using formula. Therefore, the a here is equal to 2, the b is equal to 4, and c is equal to negative 96. So we're going to substitute this into the formula. So x is equal to negative b, which is 4, plus minus square root b squared, 4 squared minus 4. The a is 2, the c is negative 96. So we're going to square root this part over 2a, which is 2 times 2. Next, we're going to have negative 4 plus minus. So the square root part here, if you solve it, you're going to have the answer of 784 over 2 times 2, which is 4. So the value of x, one of it is going to be negative 4 plus square root 784 over 4, or the other one is going to be negative 4 minus square root 784 over 4. Solve this using your calculator, it will give you the answer 6 or negative 8. Now I have two answers of x. Which one will be the correct one? Now compare it with the width that we have here. The width is x, and the width representing the length. Therefore, the x is equal to 6 because the length cannot be in negative forms. Therefore, now we want to find the length. The length is equal to x plus 2. Now the x, we know that is equal to 6. So I'm going to substitute the 6 into the x here. Therefore, the length is 8 centimeter. And for the width, which is equal to x, straight away the answer is 6 centimeter. Questions B. Find the measurements of a rectangle with a perimeter of 26 centimeter and an area of 40 centimeter square. So let's say this is the rectangle. So this is the length, this is the width. As we didn't know what's the length and width, so let us represent the length as x and the width as y. So this is going to be the x and y as well. So to find the perimeter, we're going to total up all of the sides in the rectangle. So x plus y plus x plus y is equal to 26. Therefore, we will be able to form an equation of 2x plus 2y equal to 26. And for the area of a rectangle, we're going to multiply the length with the width. Therefore, x times y will equal to 40. Now we have two variables in the equations here. So we can solve this using either the eliminations method or the substitution methods in the simultaneous linear equations. So we're going to label the first one here as equations number 1, this as equations number 2. So for this case, I'm going to solve it using the substitutions method. So from equations number 2, I'm going to let the x to be the subject of the formula. Therefore, x is equal to 40 over y. So let us label this as equations number 3. Next, we're going to substitute this equation number 3 into 1, which means we're going to substitute the x in our equations number 1 with 40 over y. Next, you're going to have 2 bracket 40 over y plus 2y equal to 26. So let us solve this first. 2 times 40, you're going to have 80 over y plus 2y equal to 26. Next, I am going to get rid of the fractions here, which is the denominator y. So I'm going to multiply each of the terms here with y. So when 80 over y times y, the y here will be cancelled. So you're going to have 80 plus 2y times y is 2y squared equal to 26y. So this is a quadratic equation. So next we're going to write it in general form. So I'm going to move this 26y to the front. 2y squared minus 26y plus 80 equal to 0. Now to find the value of y, you can either use the factorizations method, completing the square, or the formula. So in this case, I'm going to use the factorizations method. So as I have the ABC 2, negative 26 and 80, I can simplify it by dividing all of the term with number 2. So next, I'm going to have y squared minus 13y plus 40 equal to 0. So if you use the factorization method, you're going to have the bracket y minus 8, another bracket is y minus 5 equal to 0. Next, y minus 8 equal to 0 or y minus 5 equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to 8 or y is equal to 5. So if you use the method of completing the square or the formula, you're going to get the same y here. Now we want to find what is the x. So next, we are going to substitute y equal to 8 or y equal to 5 into the equations number 3 to find the value of x. So first, when y is equal to 8, therefore, we're going to substitute here x is equal to 40 over 8, which will give you the answer of 5. When y is equal to 5, so when we substitute it into the equations number 3, x is equal to 40 over 5, which is 8. Now, if you look at here, we represent the length as x, the width as y. So the length must be longer than the width. Therefore, the value of x must be greater than y. So from here, the first one, when the y is equal to 8, the x is equal to 5. This one, the 5 is less than the y. But when the y equal to 5, the x will equal to 8. Therefore, the 8 is greater than the 5. So, we can make a conclusion that the length, the x is equal to 8. And the width, which is the y, is equal to 5. So, the measurements of the rectangle. So the measurements is equal to the length multiplied the width. Therefore, the measurement is 8 centimeter times 5 centimeter. Question 4. The diagram on the right shows a trapezium PQRS where PQ is equal to x minus 1, PS equal to x plus 3, and QR equal to 3x plus 2. Given the area of the trapezium is 17 centimeters square, find the value of x. So to find the area of the trapezium, we're going to use the formula 1/2 multiply A plus B times H. So AB is referred to the parallel sides in the trapezium. So in this case, the parallel sides is the PS and QR. So PS we can label it as A, and QR we can label it as B, and H is the height of the trapezium, in this case which is the PQ. So now we can form an equations using this formula. So 1/2 multiply, the A here is the x plus 3, then we're going to plus with the B, which is 3x plus 2. Then we're going to multiply it with the height, in this case which is x minus 1. So this, after you calculate it, it will give you the answer of 17. So next, this is 1/2. We're going to move this 1/2 to the other side. And we're going to solve for the like term for this bracket. So x plus 3x is 4x plus 5. X minus 1 equal to 17 times 2. As we move 1/2 to the other side, it will become times 2. So here we're going to do the expansions. So you're going to have 4x squared minus 4x plus 5x minus 5 equal to 34. So this is a quadratic equation, so we are going to write it in general form. We're going to move everything to the left and solve for the like term. So 4x squared, so negative 4x plus 5x is equal to positive 1, which is plus x, minus 5 minus 34 equal to 0. Then we can solve for this one is equal to negative 39 equal to 0. So next, you already have the equations in general form. You can solve it using either factorization method, completing the square, or the formula. So for these questions, I can solve it using factorizations. So you're going to have bracket x minus 3, another bracket is 4x plus 13 equal to 0. Next, x minus 3 equal to 0, or 4x plus 13 equal to 0. So x is equal to 3, or x is equal to negative 13/4. Now I have two values of x, which is 3 or negative 13/4. So which one is the correct one? So for example, if I substitute the x into the height here, which is x minus 1, when x is equal to 3, 3 minus 1 is 2. The answer is positive. So when I substitute the x, negative 13/4 here, when we minus it, minus 1, the answer for the height is negative 1. So the length must be in positive form. Therefore, the correct answer for the x is x equal to 3.